okay, there it goes. Hello, everyone. Hello. That's right here with some more Final Fantasy XIV. Now, we are currently on our White Mage. We're level 60. 61, actually. Almost 62. But that means we have a couple White Mage quests that we need to do. I think we have the 56, 58, and 60, although we might only have 58 and 60. I don't remember. I think we've only done 2, though. I'm pretty sure the last one we did got us Stone 3, which was at 54. I don't recall. But we're gonna find out. Ah, yes. XIV is gonna get us a size. Terrible news, Miro! The manifestation of the taint you purged here has reappeared! The fiends nearby were driven into a frenzy all over again, and they reportedly attacked the knight on patrol! Though the man managed to flee to the victory, his wounds are grievous, and, to compound matters, the camp's Kyrusians are all afield and cannot readily return. Sorry. You are his only chance, Mero. You must go to the victory and save him. Hey, Jeremy. Thank you for the resub. Look at that slime. Alright, so we got rotten egg or buttered popcorn. Buttered popcorn. You just got done the Great Google Library? What did you think of the Great Google Library? He's about to victory. I like the Great Google Library. It's a good reference to Final Fantasy V. Hey there, Sorbet. Ah yes, elevator music, the dungeon. Why are details like just loading in later? I just noticed them, but at the same time I'm like, what is going on with my game right now? Hey there, Shiva. He's in a bad way. Please hurry and tend to his hurts. I don't want to heal this dude. I cast Cure 2 on him. What about Elevator Dungeon, the musical? That was Juba. Not Juba. That was David Pumpkins. Thank you. The danger is past. However, he is still he will still require constant care for a time. I shall remain on him to help provide it. Meanwhile, you must go and purify the taint that has reappeared west of Banepool. Only you have the power to do so, Miro. Please hurry before it can cause any more harm. David S. Pumpkins. What are the skeletons? Part of it. Oh, Poppy. All right. Jeremy, do you wish you were David Pumpkins? Dead. Now to cleanse the foul taint. I should do a David S. Pumpkins costume for the Halloween this year. I'll consider it. I need to get the pumpkin suit though. I'm pleased to say the knight will make a full recovery. I just left. How? Had you not come to his aid, his comrades believed he would have died. I see you've already purified the taint. Good work, Miro. I must say though, that its reappearance baffles me. It should have taken far longer to be foul ether to accumulate. I am disinclined to believe that this came about by itself. Nay, I sense that someone had a hand in this. I spoke with the knight after he had sufficiently recovered. Shortly before he was attacked, he caught sight of a foreign woman who reeks of death, Alakwa. Wherever she appears, so too does the taint. I wasn't certain before, but now I'm convinced that it is no mere coincidence. We are dealing with a feminine taint. Could it be that she is creating the taint? If so, to what end? Why would she do such a thing? I know not her designs, but her actions cannot be borne. Should the taint continue to manifest, both Kurthus and the Twelveswood would suffer unimaginable damage. Stillglade Fane must know of this threat. I shall send word up to them. Though I shan't raise my hopes that the Seedseers will bestir themselves, best to assume that we are on our own. Now then, our priority is to track down Alakwa. The knight said that she was headed for the Geranian Forelands. Let us take a search to the main settlement there. Tailfeather, I believe it's called. You can get them at Spirit Halloween for like $50. Mini Cat? What are you doing? Uh-huh. Right. Sure. Guys, I got a mini cat here and she's just being really mini right now. I've spoken with a handful of locals. A strange woman has been witnessed coming and going with some regularity. I'm reasonably confident that it is Alakwa, but I shall try to gather more information for good measure. Can you get your claw out of there, please? Hang on a second, I gotta free this cat. You silly cat. She likes to reach up really high and then gets her claw stuck in things, and then she can't get her claw out. I gotta come save her. Ah, kittens, I tell ya. Like dealing with toddlers. Anyway, something occurs to me, Miro. If Alakwa is indeed responsible for creating the taint, she'll not take kindly to our purifying it. It may well come to a confrontation. Pray, use this time to further hone your powers, for we shall have need of them ere long. And there we go. So, a size is a pretty cool skill. It's an AoE, and as far as I know, yeah, so it does damage everything around it with a potency of 400, which is actually higher than Holy, but it has a much longer cooldown, 40 seconds. But not only that, but it also heals all of your allies with a potency of 400. So it's I don't actually remember what cure's potency. Okay, so it's a little less than a potency of a normal cure. That's not bad, but it's an AoE that does damage, it also heals, and it also restores 5% of your maximum MP. So it's absolutely worth using. It is a group favorite. Oh, thin air, sick. The next action is executed without MP cost. In the Wake of Death. Good tidings, Miro. I have acquired definitive information on Alakwa. As before, the stench of death gave her away. A hunter she chanced to walk near couldn't help but notice the smell. When she realized that she was being observed, she quickly turned her steps west, towards dragon territory. The hunter shouted a warning, but she continued to unheedless. In light of her inclinations, I dare say she has business there. There's an area called Avalonia Fallen to the west. Let us head in that direction and try to pick up Alakwa's trail. Alright. Alakwa's trail leads us over here. Okay. Well, I'm already flying, so I may as well just stay in the air. I love the Geranian Forelands music. Shogwa looks like it's having the time of its life flying. Look at him go, swinging his little feet. Alright. No signs of Alakwa, and the area beyond is fraught with danger. Not even hunters dare venture into it. I would sooner not wander these parts without some guarantee that Alakwa is near, but we cannot afford the delay, lest she eludes us completely. Let us split up and search. If you would focus on the area to the north, I shall follow the high road to the west. Oh, and do keep an eye out for the taint. If Alakwa is here, it is like to have manifested. She's on like the other side of this mountain. There we go. There's the foul taint. Well, Alakwa's causing it to occur, so it does seem pretty feminine. Oh, I should have used the signs there. Would have been the perfect time for it. Oh. Alright, so we should be on to the 58 quest now, which will unlock Thin Air for us, which makes it so that our next spell doesn't cost any MP. Which makes it great for Cure 3 and Rezzing. Alakwa's not here. Rejoin XIV on the westbound high road. Oh, by the way, guys. The mount that we got has special mount music. Listen to this, you might recognize it. That's right, it is the Final Fantasy IX boss music. You should not have startled me. You. I see. You are the one who undid my work. Why do you interfere with my experiment? So it was you who created the taint. The taint, you say? An insult born of ignorance, which you so callously destroy is a wellspring of life-giving ether. What are you saying? The taint is befouled ether. It destroys life. So you choose to cling to your ignorance, like all the others. But it matters not what you think. When my experiment is complete, all the fools who tormented me and mine shall get their comeuppance. No! We won't let you continue your twisted experiment. Miro, stop her! I believe you have more pressing concerns. Drawn to the ether, I shouldn't doubt. Or the taint, if you insist on calling it. But such details are immaterial. By whatever name it is known, I shall fill the world with it and have my revenge. Do not interfere. Consider this your final warning. She's got Miro hair. Alright, it's time to fight everything, including these. Okay, we're gonna cast 2, 3, a size. Wow, why did these level 53s live longer than the 58s? Excuse me? Ba-boom. Jeremy, you get attacked by 15 small toddlers. How many are you taking down before you fall? find a peculiar hunk of flesh on the ground. Oh, lovely. Thank you, Miro. Again, you have saved me. And again, I am reminded of my own weakness. What do you have there? Ugh, 'tis while I skipped my last meal. I'd wager this is part of Alakwa's experiment. Seedseers may be able to glean something from it, and yet I find myself loath to seek them out. They haven't lifted so much as a finger to help us. What can we expect of them now? We should consult them anyway. You have the right of it, Miro. There is more at stake than a difference of opinion. If we are to save the Twelveswood, we must needs return to the Seedseers for aid. It's settled then. We return to the Twelveswood. Boom. Alright. Our level 58 quest, the Trials of the Pagels. Please hold on to that to the hunk of flesh. It is safer in your keeping. Now then, let us return to Camp Tranquil and explain the situation to the Seedseers. Out of habit, I open the window and always scroll down, but I'm like, wait, hang on, I'm not at that part in the game. I don't need to scroll that far down yet. Ah, you have returned! How fares the effort to purge the taint? You wish to show us something? A byproduct of Alakwa's dark experiments. Tainted flesh. What does it tell us, brother? The elements are in trepidation of the flesh. It is infused with befouled ether, and of this there can be no doubt. And with the Great One's warnings growing ever more fervent, it seems plain that Alakwa continues to sow the taint. Whatever it is she seeks, we must put a stop to it. Averin, I shall take a closer look at the flesh. In the meantime, you must resume your journey of purification. What? With all due respect, oh, to help with respect, I can't believe what I'm hearing. You would send us back into the midst of danger, and with nary a word of counsel? I know full well what we ask of you, but there's none other upon whom we can depend. Depend, you say? Instead of depending upon others, why don't you do something for a change? We all know that you both have the power to do so. Do you realize how much Miro has been through in your names? Oh, but of course you don't, because while she bled for you, you were hiding here with your heads in the treetops. If Master Atoa were to see this, he would be turning in his grave. Heads in the treetops? What is the matter with her? To think that our own people see us in such light. It cannot be helped, brother. We are bound to remain in the forest. Things are not as they were during Master Atoa's time. Be that as it may, were the people to lose faith in us, for whom shall we convey the will of the elementals? Forgive me, Miro, but I would be alone. Rest assured, I will take a closer look at the tainted flesh. Everyone has the right of it. It is our duty to facilitate harmony between man and elemental. All the laws of the forest count for naught if we fail in this. At any rate, we must needs stop Alakwa's dark designs, and fear not, Miro. Henceforth, we will not leave you to bear the burden alone. Pray allow us the time to consider our next step. Well, that was an easy quest. Level 60, Hands of Healing. We're going to learn Tetragrammaton, and we're going to get an outfit, the Orasan Attire Coffer. Miro, we've conceived a plan to deal with the taint. We should share the particulars with everyone. Might I trouble you to fetch Eshiva? She'll have returned to Fallguard Flood, I believe. Pray return here after you've notified her. Everyone and I will be waiting. So this is the kind of thing I'd like to see them do away with in FF14, is the go fetch this NPC. They could just be like, hey, I contacted this NPC and I've asked everyone to get together. Let's wait here for them and then start the quest line. Oh, it's you, Miro. I must apologize for my earlier display. The Seedseers wish to see me despite the disrespect I showed them. Though their ways baffle me, I cannot be denied that they care for the forest. Perhaps they deserve more credit than I gave them. I will go, of course. Let us strike out at once. Because I'm just going to have to go now. Teleport back to Camp Tranquil. Not Quarry Mill. There. Oh, I'm out of shit. Ooh, black chocobo. Hi, Mini Cat. Oh, thanks for coming, but without further ado, let us begin. After our last meeting, I went to the Guardian Tree and presented the tainted flesh to the Great One. His reaction was telling. The befouled ether it bears is identical to the taint which now threatens the Twelveswood. Unless we stop Alakwa, the forest will be reduced to a wasteland of death. Miro gave to me to understand that you have conceived a plan to deal with the taint. What is this plan? Simply put, Aaron and I shall accompany you to the Dravanian Forelands. As you are doubtless aware, we Pagels are chosen by the elementals to convey their will. Should that will go unheard by or misinterpreted, harmony would be lost and tragedy inevitably befall. In order to prevent this, we strive to hone our sensitivity to the elementals far beyond the limits of ordinary men. And this sensitivity allows us to perceive even the slightest fluctuations in ether. With our faculty for sensing ether, Arun and I shall ascertain the site of Alakwa's experiment, and once we find it, we shall join our powers to Miro's and purge the taint once and for all. You would leave the forest? But what of the will of the elementals? Rest assured, we have obtained the Elder Seedseer's permission. Our sister shall see to it that the elementals do not go unheard during our absence. But above all, your words struck home. We will not leave the two of you to bear the burden alone. We shall do all we can to aid you, as Pagels and White Mages both. You truly mean to leave the forest and help us? In the heat of the moment, I forgot myself and spoke out of turn. I pray you can forgive me. There is naught to forgive. On the contrary, we are grateful to you for opening our eyes. Now, I trust we can rely upon you to guide the way. Listen, Miro, this will be our first time outside the forest, and we will most certainly make fools of ourselves. I would thank you not to enjoy yourself overmuch. I shall escort the Seedseers to Tailfeather. Pray, meet us there. Welcome back. How was your phone call? Also, why did you answer the phone? This is 2024. Nobody should be calling anyone. You can either assume that you can reach me by text or that I'm dead. Or if you don't want to assume I'm dead, either reach me by text or forget that I exist. Any of those is fine. Alright. So, here we are at Tailfeather. Why, the journey here wasn't nearly as daunting as I expected. I dare say we could have made it without Eshiva. Bold words coming from someone who fairly hugged our guide during the entire journey. Ahem. Seeing as we're here, we ought to get to work. Do you sense anything, brother? I do. An anomaly in the ether that wrenches the stomach. It emanates from the north and west. A cavern lies in that direction. Morn, it's called. Tis called, and if memory... Hey, I'm trying to scratch my side, you little shit. If memory serves... It too does a water vein. It seems to me that is where we must go. I must warn you though, all the area is thick with dragons. We must proceed with caution. Dragons, you say? Well, I for one would welcome the excitement. Journey thus far has been rather dull for my tastes. Dull suits us just fine, sister. Remember, our priority is to purge the taint. As if I would forget. The fate of the Twelfthwood is at stake. Let us make a haste to mourn and confront Alakwa. No, my boss knows that he used to text me or forget I exist outside of work hours. So I'm all for you carrying the practice on even towards your boss. Alright guys, we're heading to Morn. Question is, where is the entrance? It's not over there. The question becomes, does that cave lead there, or does this cave? One thing about Somal here is that the mountain doesn't actually give you a clear idea of which caves lead where. Especially since I haven't actually gone through here at all, so I haven't uncovered the map. Okay, that clearly was not the cave we needed. Now, what would be the faster way to go now? Honestly, I don't actually know. Let's go back out here and go through the other one. At least I can fly and avoid all the enemies. Fuck that cave, collapse it. Just take down the whole mountain. I actually really like this area over here too. This crumbled Colosseum is pretty cool looking. And I wish it had been used in the story, because, yeah, it's pretty cool. Look at this. Very cool. We're going to fuck mountain, Charlie. Do you consider yourself the chief of Fuck Mountain? That's definitely not where we need to go. Sorry guys. These caves suck. That's all there is to it. Doesn't look like there's a way in from there. Alright, so we gotta go back around down here, I guess. I was trying to avoid that, because I thought there was 2 ways in, but apparently I was wrong. Or if there is, I just did not see the entrance to that cave. Which, also, whatever. Mini cat? Mini cat! What are you doing, Mini cat? Deuce does. Deuce does a lot of things. But then he doesn't do a lot of other things. He doesn't do. Here we are, the Lacqua. Sorry about that, team. Took a bit, but we got here. We got here in the end. She being minier than usual? Absolutely. Dude does a lot of things he shouldn't do, and a lot of things that he should do he doesn't. So you are still alive. Most intriguing. Horns such as I have, yet you are not Aura. Well, whatever you are no different from the others. You've come to interfere with my experiment. But know this, if your ignorance has led us down this path, or it's your ignorance. We Zayla are nomads who roam and live off the land. My tribe was no different. Yet though we did no harm to those whose lands we traversed, they treated us as vermin. In their ignorance, they feared us, and that fear manifested as spite and violence. My loved ones and I were cursed at, spat upon, beaten, and worse. It was out of desire to protect them that I began my research. Such pain we have suffered. I swore that I would visit upon the ignorant masses 100-fold. And soon I shall fulfill my goal, for my experiment has finally borne fruit. To be sure, this is still a work to be done. Such robust flesh cannot be sustained by ordinary ether. Nay, it must be fed by something far more potent, the taint. My pet can go where the taint only go where the taint exists, and so I shall fill the whole world with it. Sister, I sense naught but befouled ether from the dragon. This is without a doubt the source of the taint. We must needs purify it whole. You would get in the way of my vengeance, then you shall be the first to feel my wrath. On a scale of 1 to 10, how upset are you that she could have Miro hair, but it's white? I'm pretty upset because Aurora got the hair that I want, and I don't mind that it's white. It ends here, Alakwa. I can't even fight Alakwa, what the fuck? You'll not harm so much as another leaf. Vengeance is not the way. This thing is dying really fast. Yeah. But it's gonna get up again. What? The befouled ether refuses to disperse. What is dead can never die. The power of healing, Miro used it to purify the stagnant ether. It's literally just that fight. Oh, you're full health. Oh good, now it's alive again. It gets knocked down, but it gets up again. It rises! All that healing is still wasn't enough? It's no use. My pet cannot be slain. No, we won't give up! If it rises again, we have but to strike it down. Now, just like the dragon in Lava of the Ancients, it is also weak as shit. Confound it, the befouled ether still remains. How many times must I tell you? You struggle in vain. Huh. We'll see about that. Alright, got you back to full health again. Huh. 'Twas but a matter of time. No! You will not get in the way of my vengeance! It still returns! Don't worry, it's stronger now. Ah, but the befouled ether is gone. We nearly have it. soulless page. They could not survive. You frequently struggle in vain? Which vein is it? My dreams, all gone to dust. I am powerless. Powerless to protect my people. Powerless to change anything. We are cowards, all of us. That which we do not understand instills fear within us, and so we lash out. In return, you sought to strike back at those who hurt you. You've done terrible things and must be held to account for your crimes. But know that it's not too late to make amends. You still have a chance to atone. Your knowledge may yet be used for good. You need to find a new purpose, and I should be glad to help you look for it. That's right, Mira. With Alakwa apprehended, it seems safe to say that the danger of the Twelvewood is past, and we owe it all to you two. This experience has taught me much and more, not least of all how powerless I was in the face of an existential threat. If I am to protect the forest, I must needs spend less time with my head in the treetops and more with my feet on the ground. To that end, I shall strive to be a Pagil as Master Atoa was, standing ready to journey to the ends of the world if need be. Were it not for your shining example, I never would have found the courage to come to this decision. I cannot thank you enough. Master Arun, when the time comes for you to embark on your journey, pray allow me to accompany you. It isn't safe to travel alone. You know this to be true. Besides, you need someone to keep a record of your deeds, that they might be passed on to future generations. For all my bold words, I am still but a green sapling nevertheless. I would serve you faithfully as my grandfather once served Master Atoa. I should be heartened to have your company, Eshiva. I shall endeavor to be a Pagil worthy of your respect. Thank you, Master Arun. I swear to you, you'll not disappoint me. Alright. Arun and I shall escort Alakwa to a place and place her in the Wood Wailer's care. Pray, come and see us afterwards at Camp Tranquil. We should thank you properly. Alright, let's go turn this in. At Camp Tranquil. Jeremy, would you date a guy from Camp Tranquil? And if the answer is no, might you reconsider if his name was Jeremy? During the entire way back, Alakwa did not so much as favor us with a glance, but neither did she attempt to flee. I believe there's hope for her yet. Till such time as she finds a new purpose, I shall visit her cell as often as my duties allow. With the source of the tape banished, the Great One's warnings have ceased. We may rest easy for a time. Disaster has been averted thanks to you and Eshiva. We are eternally in your debt. You are kind for saying so, my lady, but I have done scarcely anything. All your gratitude should be reserved for Miro. Allow me to thank you as well, Miro. Had you not sought me out that day, I may never have found my true calling. Beginning today, I shall accompany Master Arun as he works to maintain peace and harmony within the Twelvewood. I know not where our journeys will take us, but when next we meet, I shall stand before you a stronger woman. We had best be on our way. Fare you well on your own journeys, Miro. I look forward to seeing you again, within the Twelvewood and without. Well, they pretty much exhausted everything I had intended to say, so I shall say that but this. I mean to do my part as well. Together with my siblings, I shall work to preserve the harmony of the forest, protecting it from threats both within and without. As for you, Miro, of the White, with your newfound powers, pray continue employing our art for the betterment of the realm. May the light of succor and solace shine wherever you may go. That's again. Tetragrammaton time? Biggest difference is 14 and WoW is you're allowed to take credit for your accomplishments in 14. Alright. That's it for the Heaven's Ward quest line. Oh, I leveled up. Sick. Okay, hang on 1 second. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so I just needed to see if the next quest was at 62 or 63 after we do this one. And it is at 62. Alright, so we got the Orison gear. Unfortunately, the only piece of gear I have that is better than what I'm wearing is actually the gloves, apparently. But I will show you the rest of it, just so we can see it. So this is the White Mage hat. Chest piece. Pants. And boots. So, this is the White Mage outfit. I kind of hate the hat. Again, I'm not a big fan of anything that hides my character's hair, so the hood's cool at least, but getting rid of, like, all the rest of it's not great. Did they give me a weapon too, actually? They may have given me a weapon too. No, they didn't. Okay. Couldn't remember if this is one of the ones that give me a weapon, because the one at 70 did. For Black Mage. Anyway, so yeah, that's the White Mage outfit. I kind of like it. Kinda. Not the best, not the worst. I actually really like the coat, though. But yeah. Okay, so it's gonna be a rather long video, but we're going to actually do the next quest here, which will unlock the stormblood quests. Rayo Senna seems so unsurprised to see you. I thought you might come, Miro of the White. You sensed it, yes? The agitation of the elementals? I suggest you present yourself to Brother Isumi Yan at Stillglade Fane. He will no doubt welcome your assistance in identifying the origin of this disturbance. Hey look, a White Mage quest that has to do with the disturbance of the elementals. God, we've never seen that plot line before. I really like when they branch out. What are you gonna do? Right. Our title is Pure White. All right. Why am I running here? Well, it's too fucking late now. I'm excited. Oh wait, do I have new gear to equip by the way? Alright, so as I said, this is the first quest that kind of leads into Stormblood. I don't know if it's going to have another quest that follows up after it, or if it's going to jump me to the 63 one. I'm pretty sorry. I can just look it up. Yeah, there's 2 at 60. Okay, shit. Oh, it's just we're just going to have a... No, wait, there's only 1 at 60. The one we just did, and then this one for Stormblood. Okay. Miro, how fortuitous. Ah, Sister Rayo Senna directed you to the guild. Glad I am that she did. As I am sure you have felt yourself, the elementals are in an uproar, and whilst I should soon depart on my investigation, the forest disquiet appears to stem from lands that cannot be approached to blind haste. I speak of the east, and at the very edge of the 12th Wood, long has the border betwixt Garabania and our nation been held by the forces of the Garlean Empire. The Alliance did recently take control of Bearslav's Wall, and thus commands the fortifications in East End, but the stability of the region is yet tenuous at best. It would be a far more certain venture were I to have you at my side. Are you willing to make the journey? Then we must delay no longer. Let us make our preparations and begin our trek from Camp 9 Ivies. Well, that's over here. Camp 9 Ivies, Camp 9 Farties. Ah, alright. Boom, boom. I think that person was playing simple and clean. Think. Thank you for coming, Mero. I have arrived some moments earlier and bent my ear to the forest whisperings. Although here it might be better described as keening, there's no doubt that we are nearing the source, or I'm certain that we are not alone. And I'm certain. Come out, you cannot hide your presence from me. Oh, Sylphie. Look who it is, we haven't seen her in a while. I should have known you would sense me. Your earlier failures to attend lessons gave me ample practice at finding those who did not wish to be found. Now, am I to assume that you, too, have been brought here by the plight of the elementals? Yes, Guildmaster. I'm sorry for leaving without permission, but I just had to know what was causing all this commotion. You will return to Stillglade Fane and leave this investigation to Mero and me. Such is the danger inherent in this task, and even I felt compelled to request assistance. Please, Guildmaster, let me help! Never have I heard the voice of the elementals so clearly before. They want to tell me something, I just know it. And it is that very something that I, as Guildmaster, am charged to discover. You, as an acolyte, are neglecting your duties back at the guild. But how can I ignore their pleas? I feel their unease like chains tightening around my chest. Isn't it my duty as a conjurer to protect the forest? Their unease? You truly sense this emotion from the river of their susurrations? And you truly wish to return the forest to tranquility? I swear by the matron herself, I only want to put into practice the lessons you have taught me. A noble purpose, but if I were to permit this, you must promise to weigh the consequences of your actions before you commit to them. I would not see a repeat of the previous incidents. Then, I can come? I promise I'll be careful, and I'll be sure to ask for Mero's help the moment I need it. I was like, the fuck? See that you do. Now, it is time that we brave the borderlands of Garabania. We can travel as far as Amaris's Spire, and then a serpent officer will guide us through the ruins of the castrum from there. I was watching an episode of Last Week Tonight earlier, and he actually referred to somebody as a small bitch. It was kind of funny. I don't remember the context of which, I just remember laughing. I also just found out that, through John Oliver, that Korea has a weird love relationship with Subway. So much so that they have a Korean drama called Sunway that takes place in Subway. The closer we are to the East End, the more certain I am that we are moving in the right direction. The precise location of the disturbance yet eludes me, however. Even from the elementals themselves, I sense only confusion. I fear there is not for it but to conduct a more conventional search. I will head southeast. Sylvie, see what you might find directly south. Southwest is yours, Mero. Yeah, so apparently, Korea has a show about finding love, and it is about Subway. But they also have another show I don't think is about love, but, well, about Subway specifically, but a lot of it is in Subway, and also there's a lot of events that happen in the show in Subway, including a ghost finding out that he can eat Subway. And the clips that John Oliver showed were fucking hilarious, and it's like, I'm so glad this isn't actual TV over here yet. Ah! What are you doing? Come here this instant. Miro, what befalls? I felt a surge of panic from this direction. Whatever it was, I feel nothing now. Did you see anything? We do have Superstar. I've never watched it though, so I don't know, yeah, I don't know much about it. A child? Out here? By your description, the mother may be a hunter, and I'm curious as to her choice of hunting ground. Could it be their fear which has the elemental so upset? In any case, it seems the answer to that has run off into the brush. Let us return to Castramorians for the present and learn more of the East End's inhabitants. Yeah, I've never watched Superstore. How, brand, like, obviously it takes place in the store. How brand heavy is it, like, in promoting Superstore? I imagine pretty heavy, but maybe not. Maybe it's just set in Superstore. This gentleman is an officer stationed at the cash room. Mayhap he will know more of the mother and child you spotted. Can you believe these folk were living in the forest? I was under the impression that the East End settlement was empty. We suspect connections to whatever is disturbing the harmony of the Twelvewood. Might you spare us some soldiers to investigate the possibility? Ordinarily, I would be overjoyed to aid in your investigation, but I hear our duties on the border demand our full attention. My most sincerest apologies, Master Padgel. How inconvenient. The matter is far from resolved, yet I have already been overlong in returning to Stoglade Fane. Let me handle it, Guildmaster. You would have me entrust this task to an acolyte? You've matured much in the art, it is true, but I can hardly. The elementals are suffering. Someone has to help them, and I'm sure Miro could lend a hand if I needed it. What say you, Miro? I had only intended to involve you in this initial foray, but might I ask you to see the matter through to its conclusion? No. My thanks. I foresee hardships ahead, but also an opportunity for new discoveries. Pray, look in on Sylphie's progress, even as you continue your own studies. As for you, Sylphie, I expect you to make regular reports on your findings. May the matron watch over you both. There we go. Next quest will be from at level 63. Alright guys, that's going to be it for White Mages. I have one quest to do for Summoner, and then maybe we'll do a duty support and then be done.